Okay, so let's get started off today in downward facing dog. So you're gonna have your hands shoulder width distance apart, feet hip width distance apart. And just start to pedal out your feet. And maybe bend your knees nice and deep, let your chest open. Maybe you start to play with the rotation of your shoulders. So if you imagine each of your hands was on the lid of a mason jar, you would be turning the lids in opposite directions and feel your shoulders externally rotate as you move. So you're trying to find that rotation without actually rotating your hands. So that movement is just coming from the head of the humerus and the shoulder joint. And from here, maybe you start to take a big breath in through your nose and exhale it out through your mouth. 2 more like that. Big breath in. Last one, deep breath into the belly. And exhale, let it go. Nice. Seal the lips, start to breathe in and out through the nose and continuing to find any movement that feels good to you. And if down dog doesn't feel good, you can always pause and take a child's pose, but maybe you inhale and start to bring your body forward into a plank, stacking shoulders over wrists. And as you exhale, press the hips up and back to your downward facing dog. Nice. Maybe as you inhale, you come to your plank. Maybe you decide you want to exhale and sink the hips for a little mini up dog or cobra, and then exhale, take it back. Maybe you decide you want to power up already into that Chaturanga Dandasana, that low push-up position, but really following your breath and maybe seeing if you can undulate the spine 1 vertebra at a time as you move through these postures, if that feels good to you. Maybe you start to really bend into your knees in your down dog. Maybe you roll over the toes, whatever feels good to you, but follow that breath. Allow the inhalation to guide you towards more extension and expansion. And the exhale to maybe take you into a more folded posture like down dog or child's pose. And take 1 more round of breath here, whatever feels good. And then as you're ready, exhale, press back to a child's pose. So big toes together, knees wide. Let your hips rest on your heels and your belly come in between your thighs. Nice. And take a big inhalation through your nose. And exhale, let it go out through the mouth. And take a moment to scan your body here in this pose. Allow yourself to just check in with your body and check in with your breath. Noticing the depth, the quality of the breath, where it's moving in the body. Maybe you feel the belly expand between your thighs with every inhale. And as you exhale, allow your hips to sink a little bit deeper towards your heels. Maybe you make this child's pose more active, pressing into the palms to help press the hips back towards the heels like you were giving yourself your own yoga adjustment. Maybe you play with tenting the hands, so putting the fingertips on the earth and allowing the wrists to pop up and really straightening your elbows. Find the child's pose that speaks to your practice this morning. And just take a moment to settle. Set an intention for your practice. Asana has become our primary yoga practice here in the West. But yoga is so much more than this physical practice of the body, right? Yoga means union. So it's that connection between body, mind, spirit, the unknown, the universe. And so see if you can bring some of that depth to this physical practice, setting an intention to become more present with yourself here. Maybe you dedicate your practice to someone you love. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Very nice. So as you're here in your child's pose, walk your hands off to the right side of your mat, spreading your fingers wide, and press the left palm on top of the right. Christina, if the forward fold doesn't feel well to you, you can also do seated and just reach overhead and do a side bend if that feels better for your back. Nice. So really pressing through the palms, extending through the arms, no matter where you are, feeling that line of energy and squaring your shoulders, breathing in, feeling the rib cage expand and the intercostal muscles start to stretch and spread a little bit more with every inhale, and really pressing back through that opposite hip bone, trying to bring that side stretch all the way down into the hip. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release. Inhale, look to your hands, walk them over to the opposite side of your mat, opposite palm on top, reaching overhead. Squaring the shoulders, keeping the arms straight and active, elbows lifted. Sinking the hips towards the floor. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Very nice. Deep breath in, feeling the space in the torso. And exhaling, feeling gravity draw you deeper into the earth. Very nice. Bring your hands back to center on your inhale. Just take a big exhale here. And as you're ready, shift forward to hands and knees, finding your tabletop position. Nice. So as you're here, we're just going to inhale, reach the right arm up to the sky. And exhale, without coming in to thread the needle, keep that left arm straight and just dip the torso underneath the arm, reaching that right arm through. And then inhale, coming all the way back up. Exhale, sweep under. Keep that left shoulder stable and that arm nice and straight. And inhale, come back up. This time we'll take it all the way through to thread the needle. So bring the shoulder all the way down, that right shoulder all the way down to the ground. And you can either walk the left arm forward, or you can reach around behind you for a little bind, whatever feels good to you. Really working to twist and open, so as if you could stack your left shoulder underneath your right. Yes, good adjustments. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Allow yourself to feel your body wring out like a sponge with every exhale. Nice. Deep breath in. And exhale. Draw that left hand back underneath the shoulder. Press into the left arm. Maybe unwind, bringing that right arm all the way back up to the sky, and place that right hand back down on the ground. Same other side. So keeping that right arm straight and stable. Left arm will reach up to the sky as you inhale. And exhale, keep that right shoulder stable and start to bring the left arm underneath. Inhale, reach up and extend. And exhale, bring it under. See if you can keep the right elbow pit facing forward through the whole thing. Last one. Inhale, reach up and open. And exhale, thread the needle. Bring that left shoulder down to the earth, right arm walks forward or comes back around, finding the same posture on the second side. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. On your next exhale, walk that hand back underneath the shoulder, your right hand, press it into the mat. Reach the left arm all the way back up to the sky. And then exhale, come back into your tabletop position. And maybe just start to wiggle out the body side to side. By your tail, maybe draw some figure eights with your hips. And then when you feel ready, we'll start to move towards cat-cow. So as you inhale, draw the shoulder blades down the back towards the hips, dropping your belly and lifting the gaze. Exhale, curl through the core, tuck the pelvis, look behind you. And inhale, coming to your cow. Exhaling, coming to your cat. Keep moving. Your breath, and if you go there. Maybe you roll your head, your neck out. Nice. Your tabletop position. Perfect. And you guys can hear me. They're working. Yay. All right. So from your tabletop position, we're just going to find some brief spinal extension, right? So reach your right arm forward and your left leg back. It doesn't matter if you do the wrong side, right? Zoom always makes it look like the opposite side. So as you inhale, reach through your right arm and your left toes. Really extend like you could shoot lightning bolts out of your toes. And as you're ready, exhale, curl. Bring your knee to your elbow. Slow and control. Inhale, reach and extend. Exhale, draw everything in. Inhale, reach and extend. Exhale, curl everything in. Nice. Inhale, reach and extend. So from here, your left knee is going to bend, reach back to the foot. And you can either find a quad stretch here, or you can start to kick into the hand and find a half bow. Maybe you lift your gaze up to the sky. Breathe here for 3. If you're in that half bow, try to square your right shoulder towards the front of the mat. Breathe for 2. Deep breath in, lift the foot a little higher. And exhale, release the foot with no slingshots. Exhale, come back to your spinal extension. And exhale, come back down, hands and knees. Same other side. So reach and extend through the left arm and the right leg. Really shoot energy through the toes and the fingers. And as you exhale, draw everything in, knee to elbow. And inhale, reach and extend. Exhale, curl everything in. Keep your pointer finger knuckle grounded into the earth. Inhale, reach and extend. Last time, pull everything in. And reach and extend. Bend the right knee, reach back with the left hand. Find your foot, find your quad stretch, or kick into it for your half bow. Squaring the left shoulder to the top of the mat for 3. Ground down to lift up for 2.
And for 1, gently release. Bring your hands back to the mat. Very nice. Press your hips back, child's pose. Big breath in. Exhale. As you're ready, inhale. Come forward through your tabletop. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees and your hips. Downward facing dog. Pedal at your feet once again. Maybe shake your head yes or no. And as you're ready, as you exhale, start to slowly walk your feet up your mat towards your hands. Take the feet hip-width distance apart. Bend your knees. Hold opposite elbow and opposite hand. Finding a rag doll. So no space between the belly and the thighs. So feel here as you inhale, feel your belly expand, causing your low back and your ribs to expand. And as you exhale, let your head get heavier. Allow the cervical spine to start to extend and lengthen. Maybe you take some little sways. Whatever feels good to you. Deep breath in. Exhale. Release your elbows and slowly, slowly, one vertebra at a time, start to roll up. Keep your chin heavy to your chest. Arms are heavy. Press back through the back of your belly button, back through the back of your heart, until the crown of your head is the very last thing to rise up. Roll the shoulders up towards the ears and down the back. And notice if you just thrusted your ribs forward, draw them back in, leveling out the rib cage so it was vertical. Spread your toes, close your eyes. Feel the earth through the 4 corners of each of your feet. Here in Colorado for the last several days, it's been super windy. We're in this time of year that we refer to as the many springs. It goes from hot to cold, hot to cold. So feel the earth here working to balance and counteract that super wind that we've been experiencing. Feel stillness in your body. And feel how that stillness, even though we feel the earth, we feel grounded, we feel still, the breath continues to bring movement into the body, just as the wind does as it rustles through the leaves of the trees. Bring your hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra, and come back to your intention that you set for your practice. This prayer, this affirmation, whatever it is. Bring it back into your heart just in case you forgot it for a moment. As you're ready, inhale, reach the arms up to the sky, maybe lift the gaze to the hands. And exhale, hands through heart center. Hinge at the hips, flat back, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to your high plank. Nice. Really try to spread the fingers wide and then really rotate your forearms without your hands to get the eyes of your elbows pointing forward. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Breathe in. You can always modify by bringing your knees to the earth. And on your next exhale, shave the ribs with the triceps. Come halfway down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog or cobra. For your up dog, really press into the tops of your big toes. Lift your thighs. And exhale, roll over the toes, taking the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Nice. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, reach your right leg up to the sky. Bend the knee, open the hip. Make nice big circles with the knee, with the hip. Get into all the little nooks and crannies. Moving one way and then the other, really grounding down through that left heel, working to square the shoulders. Inhale, reach the right leg all the way up to the sky. And exhale, draw the knee through. Step the right foot up next to the right thumb. Spin your back heel down to the earth, but your feet are on railroad tracks. Okay, they're hip width distance apart. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Virabhadrasana one. Work to drop the ribs, taking any excessive back bend out of the posture. Really press strong through the back left heel, lifting the back of the left knee to the sky. Deep breath in. Exhale. One more big breath in. Exhale, bring the hands down to frame the front foot. Spin to the ball of your back foot, step back, high plank, vinyasa or down dog. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Ground down through the right heel. Lift the left leg high. Bend the knee, open the hip. Draw big circles. Reverse the circle. Keep that breath, heating the body, energizing the body. Inhale, reach the left leg all the way up to the sky, nice straight legs. Exhale, draw the left knee through, step it up next to the left thumb. Bend the back right heel down. Same other side, Virabhadrasana one, rise up. Pull those low ribs in. Keep the core nice and strong, bending deep into the left knee. Think about squaring your hips to the front of your mat. So if your hips were headlights on your car, you're both shining straight forward. Stretch through the right calf by pressing into the heel, lifting the knee. Deep breath in. Exhale. One more breath here. Breath in. Exhale, hands come down to the mat to frame the front foot. Step back, vinyasa, or skip it. Go to down dog. Paddle out the feet. Find stillness as you're ready. Fingers spread wide. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, bend the knees, look to your fingertips. Hop, step, jump to the top of your mat, right into your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Toes can come together or feet can stay hip width distance apart. Bend your knees, sink your hips, lift your heart, Utkatasana, chair pose. Make sure you can see your toes past your knees. Allow the pelvis to tip. So it's going to be neutral. So don't tuck your tailbone, but also don't try to have a lot of back bend. To fight the back bend, rather than tuck the tailbone, draw the ribs in and back. And then work to bring the biceps up in line with the ears, stretching the chest. Deep breath in. Sink a little deeper. Let those hips go back. Ribs in. Think like a CrossFit squat. Breath in. And exhale, straighten the legs, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands, step or hop, make your way through Chaturanga Dandasana for a Vinyasa. Or skip it and go to down dog. From your down dog, inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, step the right foot up between the hands, step it up next to that right thumb, back heel spins down, warrior one, we've been here before. Exhale, interlace the fingers behind your back, press the palms together, reach the heart up to the sky. Humble warrior, start to fold. The right shoulder comes towards the right knee and the arms will start to ring out overhead. Keep the left heel pressing into the earth. Keep bending deep into the right knee. You can drop your head if that feels good, or reach and extend through the crown of your head. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale, release the arms as you rise up, reach them up to the sky, inhale. Exhale, hands come down to the mat, step back, high to low plank, or take that down dog. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right heel grounds, inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step the left foot up between the hands, next to that left thumb, spin right heel down, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, opposite thumb on top as you interlace your fingers. So it should feel a little funky. Lift your heart, pull the knuckles down, lift the gaze. Exhale, fold, humble warrior. Left shoulder towards left knee, bend deep into that left leg. Keep the right heel pressing down. Look back at your right arch. See if you can lift it a little bit higher, pressing into the outside blade of the foot. Deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale. Release the hands as you rise up. Reach them up to the sky. Lift the gaze. And exhale, hands to the earth. Step back. High to low plank or down dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it out through the mouth. One more just like that. Big breath in. Release the heat. Inhale, lift the gaze to the hands. Exhale, bend the knees, take the hips. If you're going to jump, put weight in those fingertips as you come forward, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Set your feet up for your chair pose. Bend the knees, sink the hips, Utkatasana, chair pose. Nice. So, we're going to go into a twisted chair. So, for my friends who have some spine, back stuff going on, we can just twist to the right and tee out the arms. Otherwise, I like to bring my knees together to keep everything more stable. Hands will come to heart center, sink deeper. Twist, bring your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Work to stack right shoulder over left. And you can peek down at your knees. Make sure they're still together, not one creeping in front of the other. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more breath in. Exhale, sink lower, twist deeper. Inhale, back up to center, reach the arms high. Exhale, straighten the legs, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, high to low plank, jump or step, or down dog. Inhale, reach your right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the foot up between the hands. Nice. Bend the back heel down, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, interlace the fingers. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, humble warrior, one breath per movement now. Inhale, rise back up, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, open up warrior two. So heel toe the right foot to the midline of the mat. Heel toe the left foot back. So now it's like we're on a tightrope, so the front heel bisects the back arch. Reach the arms forward and back. Shine your heart open to the left side of your room. Bend deep into the right knee. Drop the ribs. Breathe for 3. Gaze is soft over the right fingertips. Maybe you close your eyes for 2. And for 1, cartwheel the hands down, take your vinyasa, step back. Same, other side. Right heel drops, left leg rises, inhale. Exhale, step the left foot up between the hands. Right heel spins down, Rise up, warrior one. Opposite thumb as you interlace the fingers on top. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, humble. Hinge forward, reach through the spine. Inhale, come all the way back up, reach the arms up. Exhale, set up for your warrior two. Left foot, heel toes in. Right foot, heel toes back. Reach and extend, bending deep into the left knee. Heart shines to the right side of the room, just the head turns to the left. Breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. And for 1, big breath in. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, step back, high to low plank or down dog. Nice, take a deep breath in. Out through the mouth. Good, deep breath in. Let it go one more time. Bend the knees, lift the gaze, hop, step, or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Set up for your chair pose, bend the knees, sink the hips, Utkatasana. All right, setting up for our twist to the left, either teeing out the arms or hands to heart center, sink deeper, twist, right elbow to the outside of the left knee, stacking left shoulder over right. Gaze is up to the sky, but you can always peek down, check your knees, make sure they're still together. Breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. Breathe for 1. Inhale, come all the way back up through center. Keep the hips low in your chair pose. Exhale, bend the knees. Straighten the legs, forward fold. There we go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, jump back or step back, Vinyasa, or come to downward facing dog. As you're ready, take the knees wide, big toes together, come into a child's pose for rest. If it feels better on your back, you can also take the legs together, rounding the spine. In the modified child's pose, arms may come back alongside the body here. Allow the breath to settle. Check back in with your body. See how it's changed in the last few minutes. Come back to the intention that you set at the beginning of your practice. Very nice. When you're ready, make your way to your downward facing dog, tucking the toes, lifting the knees and the hips. When you're ready, inhale, we'll bring the right leg up to the sky. Exhale, step the right foot up between the hands. Spin the back heel down, rise up for warrior one. Bring your hands to your hips and stack your left foot up slightly. So we're shortening our stance. And I like to turn my left toes straight forward. So it's kind of like I'm on cross-country skis, okay? From here, my hands can stay on my hips. Maybe my left arm reaches high. From here, hinging at the hips, start to forward fold over your right leg. So you can, if you have a block, you can use your block. If you don't have a block, you can use your shins. You can tense your fingers on the floor. So finding this pyramid pose here. So if you're good with just working here on your hamstrings, you're like, yep, this is plenty, go for it. Keep trying to lift your tailbone up. If you want to add a little bit more intensity to the back leg as well as the front, what we'll do is we'll flex the right foot, so toes draw up to the sky, and bend into your left knee and keep that left heel on the ground. So that left calf, we're getting into a soleus stretch. We're working with our ankle mobility and drawing those right toes back. Keep lifting your tailbone wherever you are. Breathe here. Think about bringing your right shoulder to your right knee. And if you're bending your left ankle, left knee, you're going to want to make sure this left knee is tracking over your toes and not knocking towards the center line of your body. Deep breath in for 3, for 2, and for 1. If you're adding a little spice, come back to your regular pyramid pose. From here, everyone will inhale, halfway lift. Walk your hands forward, your right toes about 6 inches, press into the right leg. Lift the left leg super high for standing splits. You can square or open the hip, whatever feels best to you. But press down to lift up. For 3, option to hold the ankle with one or both hands. For 2, inhale, lift the left leg higher. And as you exhale, gently, quietly step your left foot all the way to the back of the mat. Spin the heel down, windmill the arms up right into your warrior 2. Beautiful. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Option to reach behind you for your right thigh with your left hand. One more big breath in. Exhale, release the bind if you have it. Start to come into your extended side angle. So forearm may come to the thigh. Reach your left arm all the way overhead towards the front of your mat. Maybe you bend deeper into the right knee and start to bring the hands to the earth. Sink the hips nice and low. Breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. Inhale, rise all the way back up. Straighten your front leg. Nice. Triangle pose. Press the hips towards the back of your mat as you reach your torso towards the front. Tick-tock the arms. Triangle pose. You're like a piece of toast in the toaster, 2-dimensional. Don't burn your toast. Strong legs. Feel that right hip tuck underneath the left to stretch the top of the left hip for 3. If you want more core, you can always reach that right arm out in front. For 2. And for 1, rise all the way back up. Very nice. Cartwheel the hands down to the mat. Pause in your runner's lunge. From here, the left knee will come down to the mat. Place the left palm down. Inhale, reach the right arm up to the sky for a twist. Breath in. Exhale. Bring the right hand back down. All right, so we're framing that front foot. We'll press the hips back for Ardha Hanumanasana. So we're taking that pyramid pose a little bit deeper. So we want that left hip to be right over the left knee, and then flex the right ankle. Make sure your hips are nice and square. Again, you have blocks here, maybe. We didn't realize how important having yoga props at home was until we weren't allowed to go to the yoga studio anymore, right? Lift your tailbone nice and high. Keep the ribs tucked in. Extend through the crown of the head. So you can either keep the spine nice and long here, lifting the tailbone, or if you want to come for a more traditional Ardha Hanumanasana, you can allow the back to round and walk your hands forward, starting to work that right shoulder towards the right knee, whatever feels good to you. For 3. Think about how incredible your hamstrings are and how grateful you are that you have them. For 2. Maybe you can whisper sweet nothings to your right hamstring. Or maybe you want to stroke the back of your leg and say, it's okay, hamstring, almost over. Deep breath in. Exhale, then back into the right knee. Nice. Tuck the back toes, lifting the knee. Awesome. So from here, we're going to find that twist one more time. So left hand comes down to the mat, right arm lifts up. Modify as you need to. Find your super strong leg. So engage your legs, start to hover the left fingers, and then inhale, come all the way up to a twisted Anjane. Maybe right hand comes to the back of the left thigh. Lift the left hand high. Deep breath in. And exhale. Bring your left hand down to the mat. Right hand comes to the hip. Come to the blade of your left foot. And see if you can slowly, with control, step that right foot back to stack on the left. And then reach the right arm up to the sky. Side plank. For 3. For 2, lift the hips high. And 1, with control, right hand back to the mat. Find your vinyasa or press to down dog. Notice the difference in your hamstring. And everybody inhale, left leg will reach up to the sky. Exhale, step the left foot up between your hands. Bend the back heel down, rise up, warrior 1. Nice, hands come to your hips. Step that right foot up. So finding that same foot pattern that you did for the other side. Inhale, maybe you reach the right arm high, start to hinge from the hips, setting up for your pyramid pose. Squaring the hip, so pull that right hip back. Sorry, left hip back, right hip forward. And folding here. Maybe you use your block or the shin for support. And if you turned up the heat on the other side, we're going to do the same here, keeping the whole right foot on the mat. Bend the knee. Start to shift the hips back. Lift the left toes. I find that my right knee likes to knock to the inside for this posture more than my left. So notice if your body has any asymmetrical tendencies here. They're just good. It's just good to know your body. Breathe here. Really pull the left toes back if you're flexing the foot for 3. Lift your tailbone high, 2. As you're ready, place that left foot back on the ground, straightening your right leg. Everyone will inhale, halfway lift. Walk your hands forward about 6 inches. Press down to lift up, standing split. Breathe here for 3. Maybe you hold the ankle with the left hand or both hands. For 2. Nose towards the shin. Press and extend, straight legs. And exhale, gently step your right foot all the way to the back of the mat. Bend the heel down, windmill the arms up, warrior 2. Feet are in line. Nice. From here, inhale, reverse your warrior. Right hand might slip behind to hold the inside of your left thigh. Keep that deep bend in the left knee as you reach through the left arm. Inhale. Exhale, release the bind. Coming back up. Find your extended side angle on this side. So left elbow to left knee, reaching that right arm overhead. Maybe the left fingers start to make their way down to the mat, sinking the hips. Breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. Inhale, come all the way back up, straightening the front leg. Allow these hips to kind of sink in and back towards the back wall. Reach through the torso, reach forward, kick-tap the arms, triangle pose, left hip coming underneath the right hip. Gaze up to the sky. Breathe here. Strong legs, feel the earth support you. Maybe see if you can relax and wiggle your toes a little bit. One more big breath in. Exhale. Inhale, rise all the way back up. Nice. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to frame the front foot. Bring your right knee down to the mat. Maybe the left foot has the heel toe out to the left a little bit. Ground down through the right palm. Inhale, find that twist. Gaze up to the left hand. Shoulders down the back, away from the ears. Big breath in. Exhale, bring the left hand back down to frame the front foot. And as you're ready, shift your hips back. Right hip comes right over the right knee. Shimmy the left heel forward, flex the toes. Draw the left hip back, right hip forward. Find your Ardha Hanuman. Keep lifting the tailbone, flexing the left toes. Maybe notice what your arms are doing. See if you can shine the eyes of your elbows forward, bringing your shoulders down the back. If you were melting over that leg, maybe you do so here now. If you added that on last time, breathe for 3. Don't forget to whisper sweet nothings to your left hamstring. You don't want it to be jealous of the right one. Maybe you massage your hamstring while you're here. Just take a moment to be grateful for this incredible vehicle that carries you around all day long. And it might not even carry you, it might carry toddlers around too. As you're ready, inhale, come back up, and exhale, bend back into that front left knee. From here, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, find those nice strong legs, press down through the right hand, lift the left hand high. All right, so now we gotta find our legs here. Start to press into the feet to lift up, to lighten those right fingers, and then as you're ready, come all the way up into a twisted Anjaneyasana. Maybe the left hand reaches for the right thigh, reach the right arm up and back. Big breath in. Exhale. One more big breath in. And exhale, cartwheel the hands down to frame the front foot. Step back, high. Oh, no, I take it back. Step the left foot forward. All right, so from here, bend to the blade of the right foot. Step the left foot back to stack. Side plank. Breathe here for 3. For 2. Lift the hips. And 1, gently left hand comes back down, high to low. Take your vinyasa. And down dog. Nice. Come on down to your child's pose. Take a pause. Come back to your breath. Come back to your intention. As you're ready, slowly start to walk your hands back in towards your body. You can cross your ankles and roll back onto your seat. Nice. So if you have a blanket or a cushion that you want to use or a block, you can put that underneath your hips. And so from here, we're just going to let that left shin become parallel with the top of our mat, flexing that left ankle. And this right knee, we're going to draw it in, and you can hold the right foot with the left hand and maybe just kind of rock it side to side. You can also maybe start to rock the baby, so having that shin in the crook of the elbows. We're just going to kind of create a little bit of movement, a little bit of rock. Nice. And then as you're ready, we're going to start to take this flexed right foot, and we're going to take the heel and start to work on placing it on top of the left knee. And this is where having that cushion might be helpful, because you can feel your sit bones roll forward, just going to give your pelvis a little bit more space. And it's okay if your right knee levitates, just means it's magical. One day the knee will come all the way down when your hip becomes enlightened and is made of butter. Maybe it's ghee because it's enlightened, I don't know. So from here, you can either just sit, keeping all of the feet flexed, or if it feels good to you, you can start to forward fold, maybe the hands walk forward out in front of you. But just playing here with Dvipada Kapotasana, two-legged pigeon. Sometimes it's also known as log burning pose. See if you can close your eyes and just be here. And if there's any pain in your knees, take a little, come out of it a little bit. You can always put your block under that right knee. My teacher, Marcia, used to always say her favorite poses were her least favorite poses. And it's because these poses that make us uncomfortable, and this pose is, for me, a very uncomfortable pose. It's these poses that when we learn to sit with them in silence with the breath, we tend to learn the most about ourselves. And they give us the biggest space to grow physically and mentally. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. So gently here, we're just gonna draw this right knee back up to our chest a little bit, rock back, straighten your left leg, and you can place this right sole of your foot down on the earth. Keep your left ankle and toes flexed, pointing back towards you. Right arm reaches to the earth behind you. Inhale, left arm reaches high, extending through the spine. You exhale, twist. Bring that left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. Look all the way behind you. And you can pretend you have a stack of books on the top of your head. Draw your chin in. Get rid of that text neck, so like you could make a double or a triple chin. Every inhale reaches through the crown of the head a little bit taller. Every exhale twists a little bit deeper. Breathing in. Breathing out. On your next inhale, unwind. Maybe you go for a little twist to the left. Nice. And then we'll just switch real quick. So from here, we're going to flex the right foot. That right shin comes parallel with the top of the mat. And find that left knee and foot, however you want to rock it, whether it's in the elbows or in the hands. Try to keep your heart lifted. Right, and again, notice if the sides are different. And when you're ready, we're going to take that flexed left foot, placing the heel towards the top of the right knee. And get settled for your double pigeon here. If you folded over your legs before, feel free to fold. And just notice what comes up in your body and your mind here. We hold so much knowledge in the cells of our body. And as we get into our Mamsa Dhatu, our musculature, especially these big muscles in our hips and our thighs, there's a lot of cellular memory here. So it's often not uncommon to run into things that come up for you, memories or emotions. And just sit with it. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more. Breathe in and exhale. As you're ready, inhale, come on back up. And we'll start to just gently lean back so you can straighten that right leg out in front. The left sole of the foot is going to come down to the mat. Flex those right toes back. Left hand comes behind your left hip. Inhale, reach the right arm high. Exhale, twist using your left tricep out, or your right tricep outside of your left thigh to help leverage your way into the twist. Inhale, lifting through the spine. And exhale, maybe twisting a little bit deeper. Don't forget to practice your Eliza Doolittle here, right? Like drawing the chin in, pressing up through the crown of the head. So you have that very ladylike posture through your spine. One more big breath in. Exhale. Inhale, come back through center. Take a little gentle twist over to your right. Nice, and inhale, come back through center. Can move that blanket or bolster that might be underneath your hip. Nice, so from here, we're just gonna bring the legs out in front, reach through the arms, start to roll and extend down through the spine, slowly, slowly, until you come all the way down onto your back. Reach the arms up overhead, point your toes, take a nice full body good morning stretch. If you have a block here, you can use this for our next bridge pose if you'd like to take a restorative bridge. Otherwise, you can take an active bridge. And if you don't have a block, you can always use a rolled up blanket or get creative with your household items. So from here, we'll bend the knees, bringing the soles of the feet towards the glutes. And from here, pressing into the feet, lifting the hips, you'll take your block, and you have 3 different heights. So you'll figure out which one you want, and you'll bring it underneath your sacrum, so just to the top of your gluteal cleft, otherwise known as your butt crack. And from here, you can just relax the arms down alongside you, relax and feel supported by the block. If you're not using a block, take an active bridge pose here, pressing into the feet and lifting through the thighs. If you're taking an active bridge pose, Take about 3 breaths here and come back down and take a little pause. If you're in your restorative, just stay. When you're ready, you can press into your feet. Lift your hips, move the block out of the way. Rolling down vertebra by vertebra, coming back into your back, and knock your knees together and heel toe your feet wide. So the knees will still be bent. Just knocked in, finding a little internal rotation. Maybe bring your right hand to your heart and your left hand to your belly. So as we all shelter in place here, a lot of people are feeling the effects of not having that physical connection that we're used to, right? Especially yogis, whether we're teaching or going to a studio to practice with a community, having hands-on adjustments, or even just hugging our teachers and our students after class. It's been a really big shift for many of us in terms of our need for tactile connection. And one of the things that we practice in Ayurveda that's part of our Dinacharya, our daily routine, is Abhyanga. And it's this practice of massaging yourself with oil, warm oil, before or after your shower, depending on your preference. One of the things that my teacher, Katie, has been talking about in relation to this practice is that we're massaging and giving our body this tactile requirement that it has that we may not be able to get anywhere else. And yes, many of us have partners and husbands who we're able to get touch from and receive touch from, but it's also very important that we're making sure that we're getting extra touch right now because we're lacking. And so as you have your hands here on your body, feel the ability for you to offer this energetic gift to yourself. Allow yourself to give back energy to your heart through your hand. Feel your other hand on your belly. Maybe you bring it to your womb space if you have a womb. And this is our center of creativity. So we have our center of love and our center of creativity. And in this time, these two things are very important because we have to get creative with how we love ourselves and how we share our love with other people. So just breathe into these spaces and feel your body, feel the warmth of your own hands, feel the beat of your own heart, and feel how powerful that connection to yourself is. And when you're ready, you can keep your hands here, but just bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees open wide for Supta Baddha Konasana. Breathe into this beautiful, loving space that is you. And then find your intention once more. And feel how that intention serves you. And feel how, as you offer yourself this self-love, if this intention is giving to someone else, how filling yourself up here first allows that intention to be sent out to that person more effectively, more lovingly. Beautiful. As you're ready, you can bring your hands to the outsides of your thighs and gently help your knees up towards one another. Hug your right shin into your chest as you extend your left leg out. And just hugging that shin into your chest, rock your femur side to side, drawing some circles, maybe whatever feels good to you here. Nice and slow and lovingly. And then as you're ready, we'll take out the arms and let that right shin come across the body to the left, maybe the hip scooch to the right a little bit, coming into that supine twist. And as your right arm extends out to the side, maybe the gaze goes to the right. You can rest your left hand on the outside of your right thigh if you want to have a little extra weight there. If it's too much, you can bend your left knee as well and just stack the knees. Breathing into the body and exhaling, allowing the body to soften and twist a little bit deeper, letting gravity wring you out. Feel how much sweetness you can give to your body. How lovingly can you move it? How would you twist your body if you were your own beloved or child? One more big breath in. And exhale, let it out. Inhale, drawing the knee back up to center. Switching your knees, so hugging your left knee into your chest, extending your right out. Rock the leg and the hip. Finding any spots you might have missed during practice that need a little attention. And slowly and gently, as you're ready, start to allow that left leg to twist across the body, maybe shifting the hips to the left a little bit as you twist. Left arm out to the side, bringing the gaze to the left. Maybe the right hand rests on the outside of the left hip. Feel the nurturing quality of the breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Allowing gravity to assist you. Allowing Mother Nature to be your own yoga teacher, adjusting your posture. One more big breath in. Exhale. Inhale as you're ready, bringing the knees back up to center, squeezing the shins into the chest. Maybe you find any last postures here. So if you want to do an inversion, you could do a shoulder stand. If you want to do legs up the wall for your Shavasana, you can do that as well. If you want to take a happy baby, your mat, your practice. And as you're ready, if you're taking Shavasana with legs up the wall, just get nice and comfy. And if you're going to take your traditional corpse pose, you can start to hug those knees back in and extend the legs straight out in front towards opposite corners of the mat. Wherever you are, taking your arms to your sides, nice and wide. Backs of wrists on the floor, palms up. And take a deep breath in, filling the body. Then exhale out through the mouth, let it go. Just scanning the body as you find your space. Relaxing bit by bit, toe by toe. Any spaces in the body where you might be holding on, see if you can just let go a little bit more. Allow the breath to become natural and effortless. And just let everything go. Gently start to deepen your breath. Feel your belly rise and fall. Gently start to just become aware of your physical surroundings. No need to open your eyes, just feel. Notice the earth beneath you. Any sounds or smells. Just becoming aware of existing in your physical body. Maybe start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Rocking your head side to side. And moving sweetly and mindfully. Maybe start to bring your knees up into your chest. And when you're ready, you can roll to one side, pausing in the fetal position. Just taking a moment here, symbolic of being reborn back into the world from your practice. And when you're ready, however is most comfortable, you can start to make your way up to a comfortable seat. And bringing your hands to prayer at heart center, eyes closed. And just take a moment to notice the post effect of your practice. Noticing any physical or energetic shifts. Feel how the breath hopefully has brought you a little bit more peace. Maybe you feel it in your vasculature, your muscles, your mind. This is the ultimate combative against fear and anxiety and stress. So as we move through the days as they come, the unknown as it comes, just remember that you can always come back to your breath. You can always come back to your practice, even if it's just 30 seconds at a time. And we'll seal today's practice with chant, Loka Sumasta Sukhino Bhavantu. And it means, may all beings everywhere be happy and free, and may the actions of my life contribute in some way. So I'll chant it 3 times. Feel free to chant it along with me. And then we'll close with an Om and 3 Shanti. Take a deep breath in and out. Breathing in. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste.